Welcome back to the Last Remnant video walkthrough, 100% completion and low BR guide. I'm going to bind the Ark. Rush, are you ready? Go for it, sis. Okay, there's a slight cutscene here. Well, if you want to call it that. Every time you want to go to the Sacred Lands, you have to have her open it up for you with Marshall's blessing, or if you want to skinny dip in the pool. Either way, you have to have sis do it for you. And this looks familiar. It should look familiar. It's once again, we're in that octagonal room. Octagonal? We'll go with octagonal room. And it's going to take us back out to this open wasteland with really nice clouds in the background. It looks really, really nice here on the PC for sure. This is the last quest in the game. And we need to go through the Sacred Lands to get to it, and they have just turned it into a gauntlet, finally. First two times through here, it wasn't even a puzzle. You just follow the road straight ahead of you, and it never seemed difficult. Now, it is a pain. There are a couple dead ends. There are two really nice chests that it is mandatory that you'll want to get them. I would highly recommend that you get them as soon as possible. And in this first area, nothing's going to spawn. We are going to skip unimportant trash here. Glaganos. This is one of the highest level zones in the game. Probably, if not the highest level zone in the game. Other than the Ancient Ruins, I guess. The Ancient Ruins, I don't know, they're probably about the same. But these are a pain to avoid some of the mobs here, especially the greater demons and the eyeballs. Eyeballs in wide open areas are super pain because there's nothing to stop them from just coming directly at you. The Glaganos we've dodged before, but they can be wily as well. And there's no mini-map here. You know, there's no way to really tell where you're going other than to have the wiki open and... Oh, there you go. That's the Demon Blade. That is an in-game, damn near top-tier weapon. And I believe Glennis can use it? I'm not sure. Somebody can use it. We'll get somebody to use it. Or, better yet, it's a guild task to have it. So we'll want to have held on to it. Now there's a special bird here we're going to kill. It is named Stymphalian Bird. And unlike most named and bosses, or named, this one will reappear. Like you can come back here a second time and still fight this bird. It will sometimes be here. Usually. The bird is usually here. This bird has, just like, that big old Gojin dragon that was blocking our way, has 500,000 hit points, I believe. Stymphalian Bird, yeah, 500,000 hit points. We are a little bit interested in some of the drops from two of the named we're going to kill here. This bird and a dragon that I spoke about in the last video called Phallic that we're going to hit after this one. We're concerned with drops a little bit, but most importantly, we're concerned with killing them just for the guild task. That we have a guild task to kill a Stymphalian Bird. We have a guild task to kill a Phallic. And so we really need to have done that before we start working on guild tasks. It is a pain to come all the way back out here. As I mentioned earlier, coming back out here at this point is like going through the 6th path, going through the final fortress, then going through the 7th path, and then getting your sister to turn on the hot tub jacuzzi to the yeah, it's a pain. So coming all the way out here is not. These aren't things you'd want to farm because the legwork is not worth the time to get out here. So we're going to try and get anything that they drop that we need, that we can get from another creature instead of them. Okay, but I'll talk about that later. All the creatures in the game drop different kind of stuff, and sometimes we'll be forced to fight a certain type of mob in a certain zone only. Okay, so some of our guys are still cursed here. I didn't mention Stymphalian Bird is obviously a Spirit Lord, and therefore curses first round, like all Spirit Lords. It may have behooved us to have allowed the enemy to hit us first, instead of engaging it. That way only one of our guys would be cursed, but as it is, we've still only got one group that's still cursed. It's fallen off of everybody else. I'll talk about one other thing here, since we're midway through the 500,000 hit points this bird has for some reason. It looks like, something about the Conqueror I mentioned in the last video. There are multiple versions of the Conqueror. If you rush through the game and don't do many quests at all, you get the rank 1 lowest version of the Conqueror, which is 666,000 hit points. Basically the same number of hit points this bird has. And it's tougher than this bird, but if you can beat this bird, then you could probably you probably have the juice to knock out the Conqueror. That rank 1 version. Okay, but because we did every quest in the game, we get the top rank 8. Rank 8 of the Conqueror, which is about 2 million hit points, and he is a fierce bitch. And look, even this bird is killing us. Why can't we have 500,000 hit points? I mean, how hard is that? The creatures can have it. I don't see why we can't. In fact, only the very lowest level creatures in the game have anywhere near our hit points. Like, maybe there's tsetse flies in Ghastly Caves right at the very first quest or something may have had as few hit points as we have. We need to get Dugor up because he's our main damage guy. Somebody should definitely be on res duty here. Oh, David actually killed a boss. That's rare. We are BR 49 still. Be nice to be BR 50 or less when we get to the final boss, and so it looks like that's going to happen.
May the God Emperor bless you all. This must be my lucky day.
Yes!
Did everyone see what just
Nice.
happened?
Always nice when the remedies go up there. Okay, so now with this one out of the way, we do need to do a little bit of legwork here, some fancy legwork, to get down a dead end to get a chest, back out that dead end, past some greater demons, and maybe an eyeball for good measure, without getting tagged. Our goal is to not fight anything extra we don't have to. We don't want to be BR 51 when we get here. It's just not very even number. So the Glaganos are going to spawn as usual. And you can see in the distance that shit is starting to fall. And a nice base rumble there. There's an eyeball that can be hard to avoid if he sees you early enough. He'll just pop on you. And the Glaganos almost got us, but we're going to be able to save our ass this time. I like that they have the background moving around. It really increases that chaos vibe. Like you're trying to pay attention, and the world, the actual world around you is changing at the same time. Which we're gonna have to try and avoid this eye without using time shift. Save our time shift for these guys. Get this treasure chest at the dead end. Okay, now we have a problem, right? And you probably know what it is. We've got two guys on us. Like, so we gotta Olay, hold up a little red thing, and hope the eyeball didn't take anything we did personally. Got out of the dead end there. That's probably the hardest part of the whole thing. Is dodging stuff. You can certainly kill him, but this is who we want, Phallic. And engaging Phallic will immediately release us from the two greater demons chasing us. They'll go back to doing whatever they were doing. This guy has 720,000 hit points, and it's gonna be a little bit of a grind. He's also dropping grenade impacts like Pages does. Pages just got his top end grenade impact a couple videos back. Which means he's maxed out invocations, or he's on the last tier of his maxed out invocations. It's a viciously damaging spell. More so for the dragon, because the dragon is hitting multiple units. When Pages throws his grenade impact, he only hits one guy, the dragon. And so it's only multiplied times 1. Okay, but hopefully we have the chops, the healing chops, where we're not worried about this. What we should be worried about is a 2 million hit point boss in-game fight directly after him. David, I'm recalling my mindset now from when I recorded these videos a couple months back. David, I was really happy with at the beginning because he got a Gabolg, and then at some point in time, like, I got sick of him not doing any damage, even though he did kill the Stephalian bird, or he did the killing blow on it, like, but he still only ever does like 5, maybe 10k damage with this most powerful attack in melee combat. I'm beginning to think the only thing he's really good for is that Gabolg, and that once you get somebody who can replace him, maybe you should get somebody to replace him. And for that reason, I did change my final 18 slightly, because at some video in the future, I can't remember which one it is, while we're collecting mats for our final weapons, I think, I just had it with David doing nothing. He did 0 damage all the time, and so I just got rid of him. The only reason I'm mentioning it now is that you may want to, earlier on in your video, replace him. Like, I turned off his Gabolg, I took him out as a group leader, and so 90% of his usefulness to me is completely gone. The greatest thing David ever did for us was clear battlefields, and second to that was just a piddly amount of damage. It never bloomed. I thought when he maxed out all his skills, we have him the entire game through the PC Ultimate grind. We never lose him. He's almost always alive at the end of battle. Just no reason why he should do so little damage at the end. So that's an option for you. I know a lot of the guys we did in the final quest there, we got access to some guys that were pretty close to a final 18 ready. They just didn't make my cut. You may want to replace David. I mentioned maybe Haruko, I think her name was? Yeah. Haruko maybe replace David, and have Univer replace Emmy if you're not okay with her damage. But there's also like a bond, like after having those guys in the group with you for so long, you hate to get rid of people that are in the damn cutscenes. And David and Arena are in every cutscene. In fact, they could have named the game David and Arena, and it would have been just fine. Actually, I used to think it was annoying that they called this the Last Remnant. I had no idea why it was called the Last Remnant, but when we push the final plot forward, it'll make sense for the first time the entire game what the hell any of that means. And it's a mystery. It's a mystery. I'm not going to spoil it. Okay. Phallic needs to die, or at least blink. Give me a shred of hope. Those grenade impacts will kill you guys. They will kill my guys. I don't know if they'll kill your guys. But we're doing our best to keep our morale up. So hopefully we can get some more damaging attacks. But it seems the dragon has this particular dragon has abilities to gain that morale back. Usually the enemy gains morale by reinforcing the field or something like that. But see, everything the dragon does to us lowers our morale, it seems like. Every time he hits us. So I don't know if it's just this dragon. But we almost need Paris. It's a good thing we have Paris, but we almost need him to full-time keep our morale up. Alright. We only need to bring one of them back. Oh, we got a botched union. I guess Gore's botched. Maybe Gore's down. Well, that's just as bad as him being dead. We'll need to clear the ailments on him. Finally, Phallic is blinking. And how unprofessional is that? I hate it when people record Steam games and their buddies pop up on the thing there, and or they do like the chat thing while they're recording. How annoying is that? So very, very, very sorry that a buddy popped up while I was doing this. I should have had it turned off, but that's just a level of unprofessionalism that I can't stomach it. All right, Phallic, please die. And please don't let it be David that kills you. How about Jaeger? I'd be happy if Jaeger killed you. Oh boy. When he has 720,000 hit points like he does, when he's blinking, that doesn't always mean a lot. I mean, that he could still have 300,000 hit points, which is the biggest thing we killed before we entered this video, or the last video anyway. Like, he could still have, while blinking, as many hit points as the toughest guy we've fought. Alright. Just die. Oh, the breath attacks. We still have that, we're still in our Vanguard formation. I don't know if you wanted to... It sucks. If you wanted to explore other formations, they would reward you by having these breath attacks kill you. So you almost have to be in Vanguard or Batwings. Okay. Okay, so ding 50 grats. And it's just in time because we are done killing anything other than the final boss. Okay.
I must surpass my mother.
Some nice skill ups.
Excellent.
Yay!
I feel like...
Oh, but wait a minute, Bo. If this is the final battle, then why did you tell us to collect chests? Why would it matter? Well, that's a damn good question, me. Alright, so now, once we get past this dragon, and he always spawns, I believe he's always there. You could count on him. So if you wanted to farm this place, you would at least always have a Phallic kill. 720,000 hit point boss, but he has a high chance of capture, I believe. Anyway, I think everything's clear from here. I mean, we still have a few teleporters, but it'll eventually put us where we need. It is very much follow the yellow brick road until you get there. There's really no way to get lost. There's only a couple dead ends in this, like 2 maybe, and they're pretty short. Like because of the openness of the area, you can find your way back. Okay, so this is a huge lift up. And there's another one another teleporter right next to us. Oh, what's this? Oh no. There's a door, just like we saw before. Okay, now behind us is a teleporter that will take us back to the world map. Do we want to hit it? Why did we go and fight all this way just to hit that teleporter? Through that door is the final boss. And I cut the music off here. Through that door is the final boss, final cutscene, end of game. And I was kind of misleading to you in that I made it sound like that's what we'd be doing in this video, because I named the video The Final Fight, and the final fight would involve us doing the actual final fight. We could go in there. We could go in there and try and gnaw down his 2 million hit points. We may succeed. We did the PC Ultimate grind. However, here's the problem with that. If we go in there and kill and complete the cutscene, complete the the final battle, then the game's over. And what the game will do is it will create a save game once you've completed it for a new plus game. And what that means is if you load that save game, you start a new game as Rush. And when you do that, you bring over all kinds of stuff into your new game plus. The new game plus, we're going to be bringing over all of Mr. Diggs' skill ups that he's made. You bring over all your dig count, so our 21 digs there to the right. We'll be bringing all 21 of those into a new game plus. Let's see. You bring over all the components you've gotten in the game, all the formations you've gotten in the game, all the maps you've gotten out of chess. Customization levels, we haven't gotten all those. Formations, we haven't gotten all those. Magazines is another one. We haven't gotten a single magazine, and they all transfer over into a new game plus. So the point is, and all those orbs for Rush to learn, we did get all the orbs for Rush's Mystic Arts and Item Arts. He now gets at the beginning of the game. The point is there's a bunch of stuff we haven't done yet, and we can't complete the game now because it will end it. It will end everything. It will bring everything over we have right now, and we don't have enough. We haven't. There's a lot of things that we wanted to do. Max out our weapons. We want to get all the magazines. We want to get all the guild tasks done and get all our customization upgrades. All these things will make a new. We want to make it so that when we come back in for a new game plus, everything is done. Everything's brought over, and you have the most optimal new game plus that you can have with all your gear. For those who are only watching these videos to watch the main quest and don't care about doing a 100% completion of the game, skip to video 87. And in video 87, it's the last video in this series, it has the actual final fight. I think it's actually called the final fight as a joke. Haha. The actual final fight is on video 87. But this is just a head nod to say that we could have done it. We could have done it. We got here at BR50. We could have done we did every quest in the game, and we could have killed the Conqueror, or we could have at least gotten to the Conqueror. We'll never know if we could have killed him, but at BR50, and that's something to be proud of. But please continue to watch the rest of the videos where we will be picking up everything of importance in the game before we come back here and kick the shit out of the Conqueror. I hope you stay with us.